Ramadan Kareem.
Ramzan Mubarak, as we say in Pakistan.
Shukran. It's great to have you.
Yeah.
There's something about you I think is really special. In America, we would call you a bit of a foodie.
Yes.
Food is kind of your specialty, your hobby, but also a profession of sorts, right?
Yes, of sorts. Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. So I started a food blog called Pakistan Eats because much like Cambodian food, Pakistani food is underrepresented. It lives in the shadow of its larger neighbors, and I thought it would be cool to start archiving and documenting different recipes from Pakistan that showcase the diversity of the country. So I've been doing that for about 4 years. A couple of years I actually started writing more seriously, so went beyond recipe development. And yeah, it's been a really fun journey.
Well, I've seen your blog and websites. They're really exciting. You
you.
get me excited about Pakistani food.
Excellent.
But now we're combining some Pakistani food with the tradition of Ramadan, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So what should we know, those of us who are learning about Ramadan, what should we know about how to celebrate this month with food?
And so there's basically 2 acts of gathering around the table during a typical Ramzan day. There's Sehri, which is when you which is breakfast, it's at sunrise, and then you have Iftar, which when you're breaking the fast. And so they're always social occasions. So yes, while Ramzan is a period of practicing restrict and self-reflection, it's also a very social month. It's a month of great community because everyone is gathering around the table. And so what I'm going to share with you today is like a really fun Ramzan classic that we have across the subcontinent. So by the subcontinent, I mean Pakistan, Bangladesh, and India. It's a pakora. You may or may not have tried it. It's a very popular fried snack that in Pakistan we like to have during rainy days, but it's also a Ramzan favorite.
And especially to help break the fast, is that right? Or
yeah, so we do normally break the fast with just a glass of water and a date, and then once the fast is broken, you sit down and then you have a feast. And I know that my friends who practice in the United States is a little bit different because the schedules are busy. So normally they'll just have a glass of water, dates, and regular dinner. But in Pakistan, it's a bit of a party. So you have your iftar and then you have a dinner. So this would be during the iftar portion of it when you're drinking tea, you're having like a bunch of different types of spicy salads, a lot of, fried goodness. So,
I learned in a few countries I've lived in where most people were adhering to Islam and celebrating Ramadan, I kind of had to get on their schedule because you're right. After the sun came down, a long day of fasting, very quiet, and peaceful, reflective. Then the sun would go down and the party would start.
Absolutely, yep.
All night long. So I kind of had to be on that schedule.
Totally, yes.
And really enjoyed in many celebrations, including hosting some iftars, which were a real pleasure. And we look forward to doing that in the future here in Cambodia.
Yep, I'm looking forward to it as well.
All right, so how do we get started with this snack?
I'll put you to work in just a moment. So what we've done, we're going to start by making the pakora base, which is made with chickpea flour. And we've spiced it with minimal ingredients. We've put some coriander seeds, which are roasted and then ground, some red chili flakes, and like salt and a pinch of baking soda.
Now, do those preparations take a long time?
Not at all.
Pretty simple.
Very simple. Very straightforward. Okay. It's a pretty quick snack, which is why it's very popular. You'll see a lot of pakora vendors on the street, and so keeps it moving. What you're going to do right now is then you're going to then slowly add the water. The trick to like a good pakora batter is you don't want it to be too watery, you don't want it to be too thick. So you'll go ahead and pour the water in while you're sort of mixing it.
As I'm whisking?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Kind of like a pancake batter.
All right.
Yeah. Perfect. I'll just fold it for you.
I need all the help I can get.
Yeah. You're doing great.
The kitchen is not a familiar place for me, but I enjoy everything that comes out of the kitchen.
Yeah, it's super fun. It's where the magic happens.
Now, as we're doing this, I think you were a student in the United States.
I was, yes.
And during Ramadan, with your Muslim friends,
yes,
would you celebrate by preparing this snack or other foods?
Yes, absolutely. So Sehri, obviously, it was breakfast and we were in graduate school, so it wasn't such a period of community. But Iftar, definitely, all the Muslim students would get together and we would try our hand at all the Ramzan classics. So this one was definitely a favorite. Another really popular one is called fruit chaat, which is like a fruit salad with pomegranates, guavas, apples, bananas, and then you kind of like season it with salt, pepper, chaat masala, and lots of lime. So
I would imagine with, for example, the dates, you had a lot of things that you shared in common, but did everyone coming from different countries bring something different to an iftar?
Absolutely.
Different traditions, different practices?
Yeah, there will always be a few similarities, which was always sort of interesting to see what ingredients were shared, what cooking techniques were shared, and which were different. It's looking great.
So far, pretty good?
Yeah.
All right.
I think we're ready.
All right. Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yep, super quick.
Okay. So what is the next step?
The next step is Saina is going to be our sous chef, and she's going to go ahead and start heating the oil for us, and then we're going to deep fry it.
We're going to go over there to the stove.
Yes.
Great. So now you living in Cambodia, have you been able to observe any Islamic traditions during Ramadan so far that seem familiar?
Well, so we live in a unique time in Cambodia, so unfortunately I haven't had an opportunity to sort of go and observe the practices of the Cham Muslim community, but I'm looking forward to, we're here for a little bit, so I hope next year that I'll get the opportunity to do it.
The same for us,
Yeah.
and we look forward to hosting a nice big iftar
Yes.
with our friends from the Cham community here. All right, are we going to make our way to the stove?
Yes, we are.
All right.
So let's see if the oil is ready. Of course, if you want to be healthy, you are welcome to pan fry it, but that's not so much fun.
Yeah.
So.
This isn't about this is about the best fun, so
Yeah,
the best
yeah,
taste.
Yeah. So let's try it again. Okay, we're getting there.
Now, would you find in some countries, Pakistan, is this being cooked on the side of the road or at home?
Yeah.
Or both?
So by the end of the session, we'll be ready to start a pakora stand here in Phnom Penh as well. It's a very popular street food.
I see. Okay.
Okay. So Saina, do you want to come and help?
All right. Our sous chef.
Yes. So I'm very curious to know what Sayana thinks, because she said that there is a snack that's popular among the community. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take that whisk from your hand. And so what we're using is we're just going to make spinach pakoras. The most popular variety is potatoes, but they take a little bit longer to cook. So we're going to keep it simple. So grab a spinach leaf. Yeah. And then maybe use the spoon to sort of dredge it in the... you can just use your hands. One
leaf. So I'm going to pick up a leaf.
Yeah. And then you're going to maybe use the spoon to sort of coat it in
the batter.
Yeah, in the batter dredge. Perfect. Yeah,
I think this is painting it, if
yes,
you will.
Absolutely. And then you can just go ahead and plop it right there.
Okay.
Be careful, just the oil to splatter.
Okay, I see.
Yep, perfect. Just go ahead and drop it.
Okay.
Beautiful. Excellent. So it's going to start rising in just a few seconds. There you go. Nice. So
spinach leaves, potato leaves.
You can use a variety of different vegetables. So the potato onion variety is the most popular. Sayana, do you want to try making one?
All right. Let me be your sous chef then.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead. Keep this moving.
The ingredient and the like is similar to ours.
Yeah.
This is looking familiar to you?
So it'll take about a few minutes because this is the first batch. It's going to take a little bit longer to cook.
Yeah.
You fry them till they're about golden brown.
Would you like to try a pakora?
Ooh, it's so light.
This is why I like the spinach variety, because it's a little bit wispier. So.
That is fabulous. And I can taste the chicken.
Yeah, awesome. Great.
Very tasty. Very tasty.
So normally you would want to have it with a condiment. So next time we'll have you over and serve it with
like
some chutney.
Like a dipping sauce or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on the side of the road, if you bought it at a cart or a stand, would it come wrapped in paper and
newspaper
with a condiment, with a right?
Yeah.
Delicious.
it's so nice to partake in these traditions associated with Ramadan. Well, to both of you, we say Ramadan Mubarak, Ramadan Kareem, Ramazan Kareem, Rikriye Kaibua. Thank you for sharing your traditions of the holy month of Ramadan with us. We've really enjoyed this.
Thank you for having us.
Come back again to the residence.
Thank you. Take care.